Welcome back to SportsZone. This is your favorite segment, Thumbles, where we talk about the good, the bad, and ugly in the world of sports and the world at large. I'm going to start it off. Thumbs up that there's 46 days until opening day in baseball, which is really exciting. Thumbs up to the AU women's basketball team. They won yesterday against Lehigh, so now they're 12-0 in the Patriot League, so they're doing really well. Thumbs middle to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're not doing too well. They traded Dwayne Wade to the Heat and Isaiah Thomas to the Lakers, so we'll see what happens in Cleveland. And thumbs down to the weather. Well, we've been having some rainy weather, and who wants to be outside in this weather? So, and then here's Daniel.
So I'm going to give a huge thumbs up to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning their first Super Bowl, and to Nick Foles, a guy that pretty much everybody doubted once went down, and he won Super Bowl MVP and really was a big reason why they won the Super Bowl. I'm going to give a thumbs down to the Cavaliers actually, because they essentially traded Kyrie Irving, who's a young budding superstar, for Jordan Clarkson, a Nets first-round pick that's not going to be that high, and, Ante Zizic. I mean, when you look at it like that, the trade really didn't go well. And a thumbs up to Danny Ainge. He just keeps making good trades for the Celtics, Not only did he participate in that Cavaliers trade, but the trade to go down in the draft because they knew they wanted Jason Tatum was huge, because Fultz for the Philadelphia 76ers has been awful and has had a shoulder issue. And now they have an extra draft pick for this coming year that they got from the Sixers because they traded down last year. So Danny Ainge just continues to prove that he's a phenomenal GM, and we'll see how the Celtics do in the playoffs.
All right, I'm going to give a thumbs up to spring training. We are almost at spring training. It's only a few weeks away, so that's very exciting. I'm going to give a huge thumbs up to St. John's basketball. They first beat Duke, then Villanova, and then Marquette yesterday. They are just playing really, really well, and especially after losing 11 straight games throughout January, it's really hard to pick yourself up and compete against these really strong teams. So thumbs up to Chris Mullen. He's been coaching them really, really well. And thumbs up to Shamori Pons, who I think is one of the best, if not the best guards in the Big East Conference. He dropped 44 against Duke. He averages 40 points a game in his last 5 games. And he played really, really well yesterday against Marquette. He broke the home scoring record at Carnesecca Arena, which was awesome. So big thumbs up to St. John's. Hopefully they can keep winning and make some noise in their conference going into the tournament. And that's all I have today. Here's Vince.
All right. So I will throw a thumbs down to the turnout today. It wasn't quite what we were expecting in terms of people coming out for SportsZone, but in sports-related stuff, I'll throw a thumbs up to the AU women's basketball team. They are continuing to carry the title of best team on campus through the winter into spring, undefeated in the league. Hopefully we'll be hosting a couple of games of the Patriot League tournament. That's pretty nice. I'll throw a thumbs up to the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, sparing us more Tom Brady gloating and Patriot fans just surfacing up like termites and cockroaches. So that is always good. I'll throw thumbs down to Arsenal. They lost over the weekend to bitter rivals Tottenham, and my brother, who's a Tottenham fan, was quick to remind me that. They just didn't get the job done in Wembley. They were on the back foot. Could have been 4 or 5-0. Luckily, it was only 1-0. Didn't really create much. All the hoopla and hype from the new signings of Henrik Mkhitaryan and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has sort of gone away, as both of those guys had anonymous games against Tottenham, and it's sort of the same old problems for Arsenal. And now they are 8 points off the top 4 with only 11 games left, so it really seems dire for Arsenal and Arsene Wenger. I'll also throw a thumbs down to the VCU men's basketball team. They lost for the second time this season to Richmond, which just is catastrophic. They blew a 12-point lead with 8 minutes to go. Johnny Williams was hurt and didn't play, and it really showed. Their point guard play is really bad behind him. Lots of turnovers down the stretch. De'Riante Jenkins and Malik Crowfield are not ready to be sort of handling the role of point guard. And losing to Richmond's disastrous. You could VCU could go 2-28 and beat Richmond twice, and it would be a great season. And they could go 28-2 and lose to Richmond twice, and it would be a terrible season. So they've lost to Richmond twice, in addition to their other 11 losses on the year. So luckily they were able to recover and beat Dayton in Anthony Grant's homecoming on the weekend. So that was nice because Justin Tillman's just a monster right now. Went for 37 and 8 in the Siegel Center, his career high. He's one of the best players in the A10 and really the only saving grace for the VCU team right now. Hopefully they can get hot and get a top 4 seed in the A10, but that seems really unlikely right now, and the transition's been really rough. But that's all for me. I'll throw it over to David.
All right, so I have a lot of thumbs to go through. So we'll just run through this. So first of all, thumbs up to the Philadelphia Eagles and Nick Foles. I always believed him since 2013 when he threw 7 TDs against the Raiders in one quarter, or one half. I forget which one it was, but it was impressive. It's great to see him return to form and lead Philly to the promised land. Thumbs down to Josh McDaniels. What he did was really unprofessional in my opinion, and if he knew he didn't want to leave New England, he shouldn't have gone through that second interview just before the Super Bowl. He should have told them at least. But thumbs up to Chris Ballard for agreeing to keep everyone that McDaniels brought with him, including the defensive coordinator. Now on to basketball. I'm going to give middle thumbs to the Cavaliers. They really botched that Kyrie Irving trade big time, but I felt that they recognized what they did was wrong and they agreed to rebuild. And by trading away Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, Shumpert, Fry, they kind of restructured the entire culture, which was the issue. All that, leaks that were coming through weren't exactly good for them. And I feel that, Kobe Altman really did a good job of restructuring that. For baseball, thumbs up to the Brewers. Christian Yelich. That trade was just amazing. They gave up a few prospects and really added a playmaker in left field. I would say as well, thumbs up to the Marlins. That was a win-win trade. They boosted their farm system from dead last to 19th in the league. Really just thumbs down though for the free agent market. It's really been slow moving. It's been a struggle. Darvish finally coming off the board yesterday. 6 years, $126 million to the Cubs, really bolstering that rotation for them and adding a true playmaker and ace to that rotation. And thumbs down to my Orioles right now. Really not signing a free agent and not doing a lot. That's all I have. Now here's Justin.
Am I passing it on to anybody? Okay. Well, hi everybody. I'm late as you can see. Everything's kind of messed up with what I'm doing today. So what are we gonna do? What's good to talk about in the world of sports? For me, nothing. So I'm gonna start off with thumbs down to the Patriots for losing the Super Bowl. Great win, Philadelphia. You guys deserved it. We were pretty bad, especially on defense. Super thumbs down to being a Knicks fan because life's hard and Porzingis tears his knee up and then the world just comes to a complete stop. And then thumbs down to my one baseball tidbit is Darvish going to the Cubs because the Cubs need another pitcher for God knows what reason. Not sports related, but my only happy thing that's getting me through this week is, and it's not Valentine's Day, it's Black Panther comes out on Friday, so should be a fun movie. Encourage everybody to go out and see it. So yeah, that's thumbs. Just gonna keep going out of frame. Still. All right, now.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump in and do thank you. So thank you to Vince, Justin, Daniel, David, and Aviva. And thank you for watching SportsZone, and join us again next week.
Huzzah.